Could taking the wrong daily supplement be life-threatening? In a doctor's exclusive, a Texas woman says she suffered dire consequences that could have cost her life.
I have struggled with acne for years. Whenever one of my friends suggested a supplement, I'm excited to be able to try it out. My life seemed pretty normal for the next 10 months. And then around Thanksgiving, I had abdominal pain. I felt super fatigued. And then the following week, my eyes turned yellow. That's when I knew something serious was going on. My primary care physician decided to refer me to a specialist. He wanted me to get an ultrasound of my liver and then get admitted to the ER. Once I was there, the specialist wanted to airlift me to Dallas for the possibility of a liver transplant. They were watching my blood and my liver enzymes very closely. They would tell me that I'm a very, very sick girl on the inside. After a few nights, I was diagnosed with acute liver failure. After being placed on the liver transplant list, I received a potential donor match within 8 hours. On Christmas Eve, I went into surgery, and I came out on Christmas Day with a new liver and a new life.
Emily is joining us via Skype. And Emily, I am just so very sorry for everything that you've been through. And yet I'm looking at you smiling. How are you doing today?
I'm doing so good. I'm just happy to be alive. And I'm so thankful to be on the show.
So how did the doctors determine what they believe to be the cause of your acute liver failure?
I went to my primary care physician and he took roughly 28 vials of blood and we were testing for jaundice because my yellow eyes, autoimmune, hepatitis, and the doctors ruled all of that out and it was drug induced.
And did they ever figure out what they think maybe the ingredient was that led to your liver failure?
So currently the doctors are unaware what ingredient in the supplement, but we do have an outside party that is actually testing the bottle that I had to try and figure out what exact ingredient in the supplement it was.
If there is a mixed blessing here, is that you had such acute fulminant liver failure that you were able to move towards the top of the transplant list. Joining us now to discuss what acute liver failure exactly is, how it can affect you via Skype, board-certified gastroenterologist and hepatologist Dr. Sacher. When we say acute liver failure, can you explain that to our viewers?
Acute liver failure is a life-threatening condition. This is something where people have a normal liver. They're completely healthy. And what ends up happening is they have some sort of injury to the liver, something that affects the liver that causes massive liver cell death and can be often fatal if not treated.
How often you see cases like this, and maybe not always from supplements, but people just being unaware, because some folks are just incredibly susceptible to liver injury.
Yeah, they are. And in fact, there's up to 40%, even more. I think that's an underestimated number of Americans who take these supplements and they live by them. Sometimes they'll take them more than they take their prescription medications. And oftentimes I'll get people who come in for consults for elevated liver enzymes. They're healthy, they're not on any other medications, and we can assume that it might be from this, and we basically have them stop it and recheck it. Now, I think an important message is not all supplements are bad. You know, I'm not all about prescription medication. I'm into a very natural way of treating patients, but some people have a genetic susceptibility. Some people have problems with their enzymes in their liver that can cause problems the way they metabolize these supplements too. So I want to make sure that people talk to their doctors about what supplements they're on, because supplements can interact with each other, supplements can interact with other medications. So it's so important they have that open discussion.
That's so important that, you know, getting the history, we always ask what medications you're on, and patients have the tendency not to list supplements. They don't think of them as drugs, where in fact they are. And what I do, primarily elective surgery, there's so many supplements that have an adverse effect on blood clotting. Fail to tell the doctor before elective surgery, and it's potentially a life-threatening thing. So you have to take supplements seriously.